Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog. Let's get into it. Alright, so last week vlog, sorry this might look a little bad, but I just completed a good bit of challenges for basic gameplay branch in basic gameplay branch engineering programming, and I was moving on to the bonus features too. And that's mostly what I've been working on this week, so let me show you what I've gotten done. So, still on basic gameplay, haven't gotten done yet, but I'm almost done. So I've added these extra tasks here, because these are the tasks inside of bonus features too, and I'm going to make a separate video on it, when I'm done with it. Basically we have, vertical player movement, which is like, so the guy in the last vlog was only able to move left to right, now he can move up and down as well. Aggressive animals, now there's animals that will try and I guess per se come at you and attack you, and other score and lives. So in the debug log, you'll be able to see your score and lives in the game, and a game over function when, and it'll print game over when, like you run out of them, I guess per se. So yeah, and I'll be moving on to Animal Hunger Bar, so I'll get that done next, once I'm done back from break and stuff, and yeah. Alright, so, let's get right into it. So right now, we're in the aggressive animals and vertical player movement commit, so I'll show you there. I'm gonna, at first, run it. I'm gonna take off this though, and this, just to show you the player first. So, as you can see, before we can only move left to right, but now you can move up and down, and basically all around. So, that's one new thing that's changed. So let's go into the scripts there, see how I did that. Alright. Okay, so our overall setup spin changed a little bit. Maybe honestly you could argue it's a little more professional. So we've actually put all of our code inside of different methods, so player movement, food fire, map limit. We put it all inside different methods, and just in our updating stuff, we literally just call all those methods. Like there's no chunk of code like how there usually is. And I didn't do that for everything. I just did that for this specifically, just because that's how it worked out. I thought it was cleaner. Just why not? But basically, we now have Z range. Wait. I think we don't. Yeah, we now have Z ranges for the up and down. One big 16 for the up, and the other one big 1 for the down. And so basically, it's a simple input like last lesson where you get the vertical input access and stuff. So WASD, the arrow keys, up and down arrow keys. And then basically, you press the like W, it's gonna move you forward at the time at the vertical input, times the speed, which is just the same speed as everything else, just so it's gonna be 10. And then if you press S, it's gonna move you backward because it's just traveling along the Y. This well actually it's on the Y, it's the Z axis, but yeah, it's traveling along this axis. Additionally, though, we also have had to change the map limit thing. So now, of course, when you're pressing W and S, you're moving up and down, but like the X, we don't want you to go too far out. So we need to put parameters like a limit to how far you can go. So in addition to the X range, we now have Z range lower and Z range upper, because since they're not the same value, I've had to do two separate values, like 1 and 16. So if your Z position is I guess less than -1, it was originally 1, but we put a negative in front of it, so it's -1 now. If it's less than -1, it's going to keep everything the same, except it's just going to keep you at the position of -1. This creates this invisible wall-like effect you saw in the in that like little run there. Basically the exact same here. If your Z position's greater than 16, it's gonna keep you at 16. And this is all contained in these separate methods, and then I just call them in the update method here. So yeah, that's basically just how you get this effect of just when I move up, I'm not gonna go at the map. So I'll just show you that for a second here. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, yeah, that's the invisible wall effect for up, and then yeah, for down. Okay, so now the next part of this commit was the aggressive animals part. So to show you that, I'm going to turn on the aggressive spawn manager, which seems to have these mooses inside of it. So I'm going to run that. And you'll see that, yeah, there are these mooses that come out, and when one hits me in the bottom right here, it says game over in the debug log here. So yeah, so these were a pain to get through, but yeah, let's show you how I did it. So first things first, we have the aggressive spawn manager. So we have the original spawn manager, and I've made a new one called aggressive spawn manager for this. In this one, so basically we got our we made an array of animal prefabs. We made spawn ranges Z, because instead of just spawning at the same Z position, just different X's up here, now we're spawning at different Z positions here. But I guess it technically, yeah, but it's like, I don't think it's even like, yeah, I guess it's technically the same, like, same-ish X depending on what side you are. The X part here, where you're spawning X-Ys, it's a little more complicated. Then we just have spawn position X. We didn't put anything inside of it though. We have the start delay, and then we have the spawn interval, which is 0.5 right now. I might change it later or something, but I just put it for 0.5. And then we created a Corteon for rotations, and then it's called chosen rotation, and that's gonna be a bigger deal. You'll see. So yeah. Then we have invoke repeating, spawn random animal. In here. And so let's go into spawn random animal. So the big thing here. So first things first, it's gonna declare two Corteons for the rotations left and right. So we got rotation right, 90, rotation left, -90. So, and then from here, we have this random value script. It's much like, where is it? Oh yeah, it's much like random range, except it's like, it's a little different. Basically, as it says here, the random value script gets a value between 0 and 1. And then depending on that value, you can, I guess, like, do different things. So, in this case, if the random value is less than 0.5, it's going to spawn a moose at a, hold on, I'll just move him. Oops. Okay, so if it's, it says, so less than 0.5, it's going to spawn a moose at -20 on the x-axis. So -20. So it's going to spawn a moose over here. And additionally, since we want the moose to face the player, it is then going to give that moose the chosen rotation. It's gonna be the right rotation. So it's gonna make the moose's rotation 90. So it's gonna face the player. So 90. So yeah, that's basically what it's doing. It puts the moose over here and makes it face the right, to the right. And it's vice versa for the other thing. It's gonna put you at 20 and make you face the left. Now let me just put the player back. So, and then from here, it's very similar to just the regular spawn manager. From here, it gets a random int between 0 and 1, or the length of the array, but it's not a very big array. It's only two animals, so it's just 0 and 1. And from here, you are it's gonna return. So it's gonna put you at the spawn position. It's gonna put It's gonna put the moose at the spawn position X that has been declared based on like this random value thing here. So 20 or -20, and then it's gonna mess with the Y, and then it's gonna put you at a random Z range. So things are not always gonna be like at the same Z range. Sometimes it's gonna be down here. Sometimes it's gonna be up here. Like they're gonna be spread out. And that Z range is 1 and 16. So -1 and 16. So anywhere along there. And then from here, it finally just creates the moose using the index at the spawn position with controls and rotation. And that is how you get the end product of this. So, and here's what it looks like with the original spawn manager too. So, give it a second. Alright, there we go. So yeah, let's see. So you can see the animals coming from the top, and you see the mooses coming from the side and stuff. And then, yeah, if I shoot meat and they hit the mooses, they also disappear. And also I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I find it. Detect collisions. No, hold on. Let me check the mooses. I'm trying to find the script I put that tells the mooses. Oh yeah, it's the game over script. Where is this? So the mooses have the game over script, which basically tells them when they collide with. I've put a box collider on the player now. So yeah, when they collide with the guy's box collider with their own box collider, it just puts in the debug log game over. And yeah, so that's basically this commit. So I'm gonna exit out of this now and move on to the next one. So we're gonna where is this? Check out this commit. There we go. Score and lives. All right. And then yeah, hop in Unity. Okay, so now we're gonna check out this one. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're loading in. So, here, so we got the score and lives. So, first things first, I'm gonna run this, and I'm also gonna pull something up so you can see this better. So, general, console. And we're gonna press play on the game. And so as you see, I'm pausing it. At the start, in the console, it shows that we have 3 lives and our score is 0. So we're gonna play. It's gonna be a little hard actually. All right. Oh, never mind. I've already lost. Okay, well, that happened really fast. So, all right. So basically, upon entering. I'm not sure if I was hit or if an animal went past me, but basically, whenever an animal makes it past this like lower range here, or an animal hits me, my lives goes down. So my lives went to 2. Then I shot the meat out and I got 1 animal. It was a moose or something else, and I got 1 animal. I fed them, so then that increased my score by 1. Then another animal either hit me or went past, so that put my lives to 1. Then again, another animal did it, and that put my lives to 0. And afterwards, it just said game over. And it's just gonna repeat game over now, because it's over. But yeah, that was really fast. There's no actual game over function that prevents you from playing. Didn't make you do that, but yeah. So let's show you how I did that script-wise. So I have the game manager script. Um, this thing's still called game. It's weird. It was originally the game over script, but I decided to change it to the game manager script. And so now inside the actual class, it's inside the code it says game manager, but inside the like outside thing it says game over. I think actually I can just change it right now though. I just do it like this. Game manager. Huh. I think that worked. I don't know. We'll see. So, but yeah, let's open the script here. Alright. I'll see you when I'm in Visual Studio. Okay, we're in here. So, alright, we got our game manager script here. Alright, so, yeah, game over is not here, not around anymore. So, this one's a little bit of a doozy. It's kind of cool, but yeah, it's a little crazy. So the game manager is we are now playing with things called static integers, static variables. So here's how I guess I would describe static. So the big thing with static is I guess it's like universal, or like it doesn't necessarily get reset or changed. Like basically you tend to want to use static for things like score or lives. Like something that's going to be generally persistent throughout a game. Cuz for example, if I didn't make this static with score, instead of maybe the score, I guess, like going up each time, it might just like go 0 1 0 1 0 1. Like it's like it it's typically it's usually used for things that you want to be generally persistent and to like just like I guess have a constant like progression or change throughout the game. It's not for stuff that's gonna that I guess it's like one off, or like or like you play, or it's gonna get reset or something. But yeah, so yeah, which is why it's good for things like lives and score. Like it's not gonna you're not gonna have one life and then suddenly gets reset back to 3. Now it's static at least. So at the start, the game manager it declares in the debug log your lives and your score. So we have the little quotes here plus lives because that's how you gotta type. That's how you write in code. That's how you say stuff, text. So yeah, so it's lives and then it just puts 3 there, and then plus and then just 3. Score plus score. And then here we have a static method. Because like again we want it to all just be generally like consistent. And I'm pretty sure I use it's actually a static method because I end up declaring this method in other scripts, you'll see, which is very cool. Well, I just tell you what method does first. So if you have lives that are greater than 0, your lives are going to go down by 1 when you when this method is declared. So when this method is declared, if your lives are greater than 0, your lives are going to go down by 1, and the debug log is going to tell you your lives. Its debug log is basically going to tell you how many lives you have. If else, so if your lives, so if 0 is greater than your lives, Wait, I wonder if that's actually a mistake. Maybe I should say if 0 is greater than or equal to your lives, but whatever. Else, yeah, if 0 is greater than your lives, it's just gonna tell the debug log is just gonna say game over. That's what's gonna happen. From here, we also have the feed method. Basically, when I shoot out, when this is declared, my score goes up by 1 and it tells you the score. So on its own, obviously, this doesn't actually do anything. So how do we get this to like do stuff in the game? Well, we have the detect collisions thing here. This is the thing that was on our food. Oh wait, actually, wait. Is this the wait? No. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. This was the thing. Um, that was on the animals that basically destroyed them when the food come into contact with them. It's been changed a little bit though. Now it checks. It checks for a specific tag called food, which is on our meat. I'll show you this. So prefabs, food steak. We now have it. We've made a custom tag called food. And so it checks for that tag, and then if it has the tag, it's gonna call this method game manager for the game manager script dot feed parenthesis close parenthesis because it's then calling the feed method inside of that script or class, I guess you could say. And then from here, it just destroys both objects. So, and that's gonna increase the score and stuff. For this stuff, lose life, we've destroyed out of bounds. So, basically, now, when an animal exits the lower bound, in addition to just destroying the game object, it also calls the lose life method. So, just, lose life, like go past there, lose life, so now you're down to 2 lives instead of 3. Additionally, we also have an on-trigger enter thing here in destroy out of bounds, which basically, whenever the object with the script collides with something that has the tag player, which is on our player thing here, as you can see. Oops, yeah, tag player. It's gonna call the game manager lose life, and yeah, that is basically how I got that effect. This took actually a bit of time, but yeah, and then overall you get this cool effect that basically when people go past your screen or hit you, you lose lives, and when you score stuff, you gain lives. Let's see how far I can get if I just try in this game. And then you'll also see in the bottom left here, like that, like when stuff happens, it tells you the debug log. But yeah, so anyways. Oh well, I just spotted a bug. Anyways. Okay, I just spotted a bug, but I won't worry about it right now. I know how to fix it. But yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, that was an oopsie. So, I just screwed up something. When I realized, when I press space and the meat comes out, because that has the destroy out of bounds script, it's coming in contact with the player thing, something with the player tag. It is actually just detracting from my lives every time I shoot it. So, I'm gonna fix that very quickly, and then I'll tell you how I did that. Okay, yeah, I fixed that now. Let me show you. So, now the lives don't go down as you see in the corner when I shoot at the meat. Basically what I did was I made a new script just called where is it? Wait, oops, what the heck is happening here? Oh yeah. So basically made just a new script just called lose life, and in the script it basically just had what was at the end of detect collisions, destroy out of bounds there, except I only put this script on the animal objects and not the meat. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically this commit. I'll put that in the actual version when I begin working on it again. But yeah. Overall, that is scoring lives. So let's wrap this all up. All right. Trello. All right. Got my GitHub up. So let's pull up GitHub so you can see I got my commits in here and all stuff. It's all pushed. It's all good. And yeah, so let's pull this up. Alright. So overall, yeah, we're gonna fix any bugs that are left in here, and then move on to Animal Hunger Bar. Basically just clean up the whole project. You'll see a very complete and finished and good version in the Bonus Features 2 vlog. And then from there, move on to this lab, the quiz. You basically get done with this, and then from here we'll be done with basic gameplay and just move on to sound effects. Move on to sound effects, which sounds fun. Overall, looking forward to it. By the way, it is in fact my birthday today, so if you want to, you can say happy birthday. Um, yeah. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog, if you watch, that is. Bye.